What's good everyone? It's 23MJ88 back with another video today, and for today's video we're going to take a look at the performance review of the Nike KD14. So as far as the traction on the Nike KD14, as you can see here, there's lines kind of going in multi-directional patterns, and then on the toe it is kind of like a suction cup pattern here, and then on the pivot point as well. And as far as the traction goes on these, they were fantastic. I had zero issues on clean floors, dirty floors. I really didn't have to wipe at all. I kind of just did it out of habit. But as far as the traction goes on these guys, they performed awesome. And lateral cuts, forward movements, zero slide outs, and just really surprised as far as how these perform, because last year on the KD13 I thought they were great, and honestly these were even better. So as far as the traction on the Nike KD14, I would honestly have to give these a very solid 10 out of 10. I had zero issues and I was really happy with the way they performed. So as far as the cushion goes for the Nike KD14, I know a lot of people were complaining that they took out the 4-foot double stacked bag, and whereas this one only has the single Zoom Strobel directly underfoot. But honestly, just the setup with the Cushlon midsole, I found that to add a lot of stepping comfort and pretty much no break-in time. And then as always, it does have that Zoom Strobel, as you can see here, directly under your foot. So I found this to be an awesome setup and super cushy right out of the box. And then it does have that styrofoam insole, kind of like the Kobe 6. And then it is cored out, as you can see here as well. So that Zoom Strobel is just really close to your foot. And then yeah, it's full length Zoom Strobel with the Cushlon. Awesome setup. I would have to give this a solid 9 out of 10. As far as the heel to toe transition, it felt very natural. As you can see here, it does have that natural curvature of the foot, and that Cushlon just added that extra comfort. As far as heel to toe transitions, no complaints from me. I thought these were great. So as far as support on the Nike KD14, it does have an internal heel counter, and then you also have this plastic kind of TPU lateral plate. So when you're making cuts laterally, it kind of harnesses your foot in. Your foot also sits a little bit within this midsole. So the materials, the internal heel counter, and this plate as well kind of harness your foot in on lateral cuts. And then on the bottom, you do have this torsion bar. So the torsional rigidity is awesome on this shoe. And then honestly, this strap, in my opinion, I couldn't stand it because it just came undone pretty much on super hard lateral cuts and movements. It would kind of just be hanging there like this and be flapping around. So as far as it goes for me, honestly, I could cut this off and it wouldn't do anything for me. So as far as the support goes on the Nike KD14 though, I found it to be a very supportive shoe, and even this material as well added into the support as well. So as far as the support goes on the Nike KD14, I would have to give it a very solid 9 out of 10. It kind of checks everything off the list with the internal heel counter, this bar right here as far as lateral cuts, and then the torsion bar on the bottom as well. So as far as the materials go on the Nike KD14, you do have this screen mesh as a base, and then it's almost like a synthetic suede or this hairy material over top. As far as the materials go, it's kind of cheap and I really don't care for them, but they do work. So that's the biggest thing about basketball shoes, is does the material work? In this case, yes it does. On the back, you do have this kind of almost weird ribbed fabric as well, and then the tongue is a mesh material. So as far as how good this material works on court and the break-in time, there's really no break-in time for the materials. Do I love them? No. Do they work? Yes. And for me, that's really all that matters. And again, they were doing some kind of crazy patterns, as you can see here, all the zigzags on the upper. So as far as the materials go on the Nike KD14, I would have to give them a 7.5 out of 10. Yes, they work, but again, they're not my favorite materials. So as far as the weight goes on the Nike KD14, my size 11 comes in at 15.6 ounces. So that is lighter than the Nike Zoom GT Cut, Jump, and the Puma Mellows. So this is a relatively light shoe, and this is half a size bigger than all of those models as well. So not bad for the Nike KD14. As far as the fit goes for the Nike KD14, I got a size 11 because the 10.5 was just too small. It is a bit of a wider looking shoe, but the last for your foot is actually pretty narrow. It does kind of flare out with almost like an outrigger, as you can see here on the bottom. But as far as the fit goes, I would say try them on if you can, because for me, I had to go up half a size. My toe is basically right at the end of the shoe. And in recent years, honestly, with the KDs 12s, 13s, and 14s, I had to go up to a size 11. They just fit really snug for me. So if you can, try these on. But for me, honestly, my opinion, if you're gonna order these online, I would say go up half a size from your regular size. So as well with the lacing system, you do have the 2 base loops that kind of go through the material, and then everything else is kind of on the inside of the shoe. So as far as fit goes, there was really no moving around within the shoe. It was a great fit right from the get-go. Really a 1-to-1 fit, which I really like. And I was a little surprised because I had to go up half a size, but like I said, my toe was basically at the end of the shoe. So as far as the fit on the Nike KD14, I actually really enjoyed it, and I would have to give them a pretty solid 9 out of 10. Really no issues as far as the fit goes. So that's going to do it for today's performance review of the Nike KD14. I would say if you can get these on sale, you know, 100 USD or 120 Canadian, I would say it's an absolute go because they have fantastic cushion, one of the best tractions out right now, and then support as well is great. The materials are a little bit cheap. There's really no breathability on this shoe. Yes, it is kind of a screen mesh, but personally for me, I did find this shoe getting rather hot. I also was wearing Nike Elite socks, which are pretty thick as well. But honestly, this whole setup, the overall package, I found it to be great, especially if you can find them on sale right now. I would say pick them up because it's a great indoor and or outdoor basketball shoe. So that's going to do it for today's performance review on the Nike KD14. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that helps the channel out a ton. Stick around for the on-court footage at the end. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Peace.